Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we'll design this clamp stop. And if you see the design drawing of this one, let's say if I zoom it a bit, these are the dimension for the stop. And let's see how we can quickly design this in part design. You can see I have already designed it over here, where it's a simple design. There's nothing complicated, so let's start from the beginning. I'll close it for now. Let's say close it. Press start, mechanical design, part design. You can name it clamp stop. And alright, so let's start with some sketch. So I will first of all sketch this part over here. You can see the bottom left on the YZ plane. So let's go for it. Alright. Now to sketch this part, let's utilize the profile tool, and using the profile tool, let's quickly give it a profile. I want to switch it to arc, so I'll just do that. Okay, then go for line again, change it to arc, go for line again, and then like this, like this, like this. And I think that finishes up the sketch. Now the first thing that we will do is we'll go for dimension. So let's go for constraint. So before that, you can either go for corner. So let's do the let's go for constraint for these two. So go for tangency, and then we can define these two values. So this should be 15 radii, and this is also 15. Alright, so you can see these two into are 15, so that means that this corner is 15 on both the sides. And after that, we'll see this 200 dimension from here to here. Say 200. Okay, and we have other dimension of 180 from this point to this point, which means that from this point to this point the dimension is 180. Okay, and the other dimension, which is 150, that is from this point to this point, should be 150. Okay, it becomes a little bit weird, but that's fine, no problem. Now we'll see 11 degree over here and a 10 degree over here. So for that, let's give the dimension from here to here 11 degree, and from this one to let's go for a construction line. So I'll grab my sketch tools, go for construction line, and I want to start from here, and let's say I give it up to here, and then we go for vertical constraint, and then we can give this angle, and from this to this an angle of 10 degrees. Alright, now let's drag this a bit down like this. Okay, yeah. Okay, the other dimension that we have is from from this top to the bottom 50. So this top to the bottom 50 dimension, and from the we did it wrong, so let's delete it. It was actually from this top to this bottom 50. Now we have to drag it down a bit. Alright, the other dimension for this one is from here to here 25. Okay, so this to this is 25. And what else? Okay, so other thing that we can do is pretty much go for a symmetry. So for that, we'll just select on the axis. We'll draw axis like this. Give it a dimension from here, a dimension of 100. Alright, that is fixed now. Now we'll select this and this and go for constraint, right click, allow symmetry line and select the axis. Now that makes our sketch fully constrained. You can also come to your tools and go for sketch analysis, and you can see the geometry is closed and with 10 curves. That means our sketch is perfect. So from here we can go for exit workbench, and then let's go for a padding. Now the padding distance, as you can see, is how much? It should be 110. You can see over here 110. So let's go for a padding, and the dimension, why is it not coming? Okay, so dimension should be 110. You can preview it. You can go for reverse direction. Okay, that's it. Right, now what we can do is we can go for another sketch on this face. So let's select the face, go for a sketch, and this time we will only sketch this part, this top part. Alright, so for that, what we can do is we can select this edge and go for projection, and then convert it to construction line. And after that, let's go for a circle on this projected length. Go for this one, then give it a dimension of 10 dia. You can see this should be 10, right? This is 10 dia, and okay, that one is 20 radii, not the dia, but radius is 20. Alright, that's fine. Now what we can do is we can give it a dimension. So if you see, it's at a distance of 47 from this edge. So select the center, and from here go for horizontal measure 47 millimeter. You can see this 47, and then we can pretty much go for a trim and trim this part. Alright, and then you can take the line and join these two endpoints. After that, you can exit the workbench, and we can go for a padding, and the padding distance should be 55. Over here it's mentioned. So let's go for reverse direction, 110 divided by 2, preview. Okay, alright, now here what we can do is we will utilize the hole command to give it a hole of 20 depth and 10 dia, this hole. So for that, let's go for a hole command, this face. First of all, we'll position the sketch. So let's select this, go for a constraint. So this is basically same at a distance of 47, and this distance is 45. Okay, so distance of this from here is 45. Alright, now we can exit the sketch, and from here we can define our hole. So as you can see, we have the 10 dia, and for the depth we'll just increase it to 20 because it's mentioned over here 20. And what else we can do is, it's a blind hole, and let's go for preview. Okay, so yeah, that's the hole. Now after that we'll go for another sketch for this one, for this circle on the top face. So let's select this face, go for sketch, position sketch, and we want this axis to be swap, and reverse Y also. Okay, and yeah, that's what we wanted. And then we can go for a circle, draw a circle, give it a dimension. Now this radii diameter is 50, not the radii but the diameter. So let's go for 50 mm, and its distance is 55 and 47. So that's easy. Select the point, select this edge, select the point, and select this edge, 47, 55. That's right. Then we can exit the workbench and go for a pad, and this time the padding should be how much? This is 90, this is 50, which means that it should be 40. Let's go for a 40 mm. Now how 40 comes is, this one was 50, right, and this whole thing is 90 from here to the top. So that means that our this profile should be 40 mm in padding. Alright, nothing complicated. After that we can go for this profile, this over here. So let's select this face again, go for position sketch, swap, and reverse Y. Okay, now from here we can select the circle, project it, and convert it into construction. And the other thing that we can do is select a elongated hole, and let's say from here to here like this, and make it normal profile. Let's delete this one, and we will give it a dimension of this one as 20 radii. You can see this are 20, and this is at a distance of 50 from the center. So you don't want this line, let's go for it, construction. And what else we can do is, we can go for, okay, this should be at a distance of 50, and from here 55. Alright, so let's give this point from this edge 55 mm. Okay, and what we can do is, we can take a axis, draw it somewhere like this, and let's say its distance from this edge is 47, and now this point from this axis should be 50. That's right. Okay, and what else do we have? Okay, we can select the circle, make it normal, and then we can utilize the trim to trim this one, the inside. Zoom in a bit, trim the profile which is coinciding. Alright, we can remove this one also. This also, and the last one over here. Yeah, and let's say if we measure this is 55, and I think this should also be 35. That's right. Now this completes our sketch, and then we can exit the workbench and go for a padding again, and this time the padding should be only 5 mm. You can see this 5 mm, so go for a 5 mm. Okay, and after that we'll do the pocket for this top. Let's select this, go for sketch, and select a circle and give it a dia of 25. As you can see, this is 25 dia, and let's select this one and this one and go for concentricity. To that you can exit the workbench and go for a pocket. Now this is through all, so we can go for up to next. Okay, and yeah, that's fine. The other pocket that we can do is on that face, so let's select this face, go for sketching, and take a circle, draw a circle, give it a dimension. How much is the dimension? It's 20 dia, and then select the circle, select this one and go for concentricity, exit the workbench, go for pocket, to next. Okay, now the last part that we have to do is the fillets. Okay, so the first fillet that we will do is for, you can see this one, 5 mm, 5 radii fillet on this face. So let's select fillet 5 mm, and let's select the edges. So this one. Alright, let's clear this one, this one, this one, rotate it a bit, this face, this edge, and this edge, and what else, this edge. What else is left? This edge. You can see 5 mm radii. Okay, and the other fillet is for these corners of 2 mm. So let's go for another fillet, this time 2 mm, and select this edge and this edge. Go for preview. Okay, okay. So yeah, that's wraps up our model of clamp stop. This one is very easy and nothing complicated, right? It's according to the dimension that we have, and that makes our model complete. Now if you can go for different visual style, and it can pretty much. Let's complete the model for the clamp stop. I hope you guys like it, and if you have any doubts with this one, feel free to comment down below and subscribe if you are watching this. Thank you guys. Peace out.